The missing reason your glutes aren't changing after 50, let me share something almost no one talks about. If you've been walking, doing squats, squeezing your glutes and still not seeing real change, it's not because you're lazy. It's not because you're too old. It's because one important piece is missing, and without it, your glutes simply won't grow. Most people over 50 are doing what they were told is right. Do more squats, walk every day. Just keep moving, but here's the uncomfortable truth. If your pelvis is not lined up properly, your body cannot use your glutes the way it's supposed to. You're not building strength. You're training around a problem. In this video, I'm going to show you something most fitness channels never mention. A simple, science-backed movement that doesn't just warm up your hips, it resets them. And once that happens, your glutes can finally turn on the way they were designed to. This is where real change begins. And once your foundation is steady, I'll introduce you to what may be the most effective glute exercise after 50. The one that helps shape, lift, and protect your hips better than anything else. But first, we have to go back to the start. Because until this issue is fixed, no amount of squats will save your glutes. If you're over 50, this is not your fault if you've been told your glutes are weak. I want you to hear this clearly. It's not your fault. Most fitness advice today is built for 20-year-old bodies, not 60-year-old ones. And that advice usually begins in the wrong place, pushing harder instead of fixing alignment, counting reps instead of restoring control. This video exists to change that. We're taking a smarter approach, one based on science, not trends. Research from the Journal of Aging and Physical Activity shows that as we age, we don't just lose muscle. We also lose the coordination needed to turn on key stabilizing muscles, especially the glute medius and minimus. These muscles are what keep your pelvis centered and your hips strong. A 2022 review from the European Journal of Clinical Physiology found that pelvic misalignment becomes much more common after age 50, especially in people who sit a lot or have poor posture. What happens next? Your body shifts work away from the glutes and dumps it onto the lower back, knees, and thighs. But here's the good news. This is not permanent. Your body can be retrained. You can rebuild strength and shape in a way that works with your age, not against it. And that's exactly what today is about. Before we continue, let me ask you, where are you watching from? Drop your name and location in the comments. I'd love to know who's here. What if doing the right thing is actually holding you back? Let's be honest. Most of us over 50 were given a simple formula: walk more, squat if you can, squeeze your glutes to keep them active. It sounds logical, but here's the quiet truth most people never hear. If your glutes are not turning on in the right order, none of this works. In fact, you may be making the problem worse, reinforcing the same imbalances that cause pain, stiffness, and frustration. A 2021 study in the Journal of Functional Movement Science found that many adults over 50 shift effort away from the glutes and into the lower back and thighs during basic movements like squats. Not because they're doing it wrong, but because their pelvis isn't stable and their deep glute muscles are no longer firing. That's why so many honest efforts to fix the glutes fail. You're working hard on top of a weak foundation. So what's the answer? Not more reps, not heavier weights, not fancy exercises. The answer is a smarter order. The 3-step system that works after 50. Step 1, reset the pelvis, restore alignment so the glutes can actually turn on. Step 2, stabilize, wake up the deep glute muscles that control balance and posture. Step 3, strengthen, build real lift, shape, and power that lasts. Next, I'll show you a simple movement that unlocks this entire system and why everything depends on doing it first. Step 1, reset the pelvis. The missing link, let me be very clear. If your pelvis is not centered, your glutes are disconnected. You can do squats, bridges, kickbacks, and lunges every day. But if your pelvis is tilted, rotated, or unstable, those movements will never reach the muscles you're trying to train. That's why so many people over 50 say the same things. My glutes don't activate. My hips feel uneven. My legs take over. My lower back hurts after I exercise. This isn't weakness, it's misfiring. Over time, especially with sitting, poor walking habits, and little side-to-side movement, the pelvis slowly rotates outward. This shuts down the glute medius and minimus, destabilizes the hip joint, and creates the appearance of flat glutes or hip dips. A 2021 study in gait and posture confirmed that pelvic misalignment reduces glute activation and increases stress on the lower back and knees in adults over 50. But your body hasn't forgotten forever. It just needs the right signal. The reset drill, almost no one teaches this drill, isn't flashy, but it's powerful. Rock back with crossover positions. Start on all fours, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Cross one ankle over the opposite calf. This gently rotates the pelvis back into a healthier position. Take a slow breath in. As you exhale, rock your hips back toward your heels. Keep your spine long and neutral. Pause briefly, then return to the start. Repeat smoothly for 30 controlled reps. Do 2 to 3 sets per side once or twice a day. This is not a workout, it's a reset. And once this foundation is restored, everything else finally starts working the way it should. Step 2. Stabilize. The balance you didn't know you lost. Now that your pelvis is aligned, we need to keep it there. Because alignment without stability doesn't last. Think about how often balance feels shaky, stepping off a curb, turning quickly, carrying groceries. These moments are not accidents. They're signals that the deep side glute muscles have gone quiet. These muscles don't make you look strong, but they keep your pelvis level, your knees steady, and your spine from overworking. Studies in the Journal of Geriatric Physical Therapy link weak glute medius muscles to poor balance, slower walking, and higher fall risk. Walking doesn't fix this. Squats barely touch it, but this movement does. Side plank with leg lift. This exercise works 2 jobs at once. The bottom glute holds you steady, while the top glute lifts and strengthens. Lie on your side with your elbow under your shoulder. Lift your hips into a side plank. Slowly raise the top leg without twisting your hips. Pause briefly, then lower with control. 5 to 8 slow reps per side is enough. If needed, bend your knees, breathe steadily. This is where stability turns into strength. Step 3. Strengthen the most powerful glute move after 50. Now comes the final step, the supported single-leg Romanian deadlift. This movement trains all 3 glute muscles together and challenges balance in a safe, controlled way. Research published in the NSCA Journal of Strength and Conditioning shows this exercise activates the glutes more effectively than squats or lunges, especially when done slowly and with support. Stand next to a chair or wall. Shift your weight onto one leg. Hinge forward at the hips while the other leg extends behind you. Keep your spine long and hips level. Then return to standing using your glutes. 8 to 10 reps per side, 2 to 3 sets. Using support is not cheating. It allows your nervous system to relax and let the right muscles work. Final thoughts: you don't need to train like you're 20. You don't need to chase pain to prove strength. You need a system that respects your age and builds on your potential. Your glutes are not gone. They are not broken. They are simply waiting for the right signal in the right order. Reset your foundation. Stabilize your structure. Then grow stronger with control and confidence. You're not too late. If this video helped you understand your body a little better, please take a moment to like this video. It helps more people your age find information that actually works. And if you're over 60, I'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below with your first name, age, and where you're watching from. I read every comment, and your experience matters. If you want simpler, science-backed exercises that help you stay strong, steady, and independent as you age, subscribe to this channel. New videos are added regularly, all designed with older adults in mind. And finally, if you know someone who's been struggling with balance, weakness, or frustration despite doing everything right, share this video with them. It might be exactly what they need to hear, because strength after 60 isn't about pushing harder. It's about moving smarter and supporting each other along the way.